Think I'm live? All right. Howdy, everybody. This is Raker, W4WWW. Welcome back to the to the semi studio. Anywho, yeah, just kind of some random stuff here today before we get on with the build of the final 463 and 7 Wi-Fi WarDriver build. So, yeah, just a couple of things that I had laying around, a couple of tasks that I need to do that were laying around, and I don't know, thought maybe you guys might find it interesting. So, I'm gonna stream it. Right. So, on the desk, you see we have here today, we have some lovely brick file. These are 35 millimeter negative sheets. These are used for storage of 35 millimeter negative rolls. Of this is stuff that I took at the Computer Museum at down in Cockeysville, Maryland. Let me see if we can turn this on. Let's see if you guys can see some of what's going on there. A little too bright. So, still too bright. Oh, there we go. I see there's an Apple 1. There's a, let's see here, that's an Apple 2 next to the Apple 1, and a couple of other things. But you see the other device that I have here on the desk, and this is a film cutter. So I line up the film on this side, and so I can take the negatives and I can cut it into four exposure slips, I guess you can call them in the Ferengi terms, so that they fit inside these pages. And I've already got a number of other rolls that I've already had film developed that are already cut for these. So that's what I'm going to take care of right now. And hopefully I don't yank my headphone cord out. Trying something different. Got the music going into my earphones so that I can actually pick up some new music from the YouTube audio library. See if there's anything that sounds reasonable, and add that to my rotation for the main show. Wish there was a way to randomize this music that's just straight in the library. I do kind of like this one. This one's called A Huevo, or an egg, by Luna Cantina. So I guess we're going to get started. I'm going to go ahead and take out a couple of these pages here to start with. I don't need this full thing on my desk. So this will hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 4. 7 times 4 is 28 exposures. So I'll need 2 of these for this roll. These are 24 exposure rolls, if I remember correctly. If not, I'll be right here, side of the desk, to pick up some more. So let's do this. Turn you on again. We're going to drop you down to your lowest setting. See if this makes any sense for y'all. So there's a couple of millimeters there in between frames, and I want to try to respect it. Go. And slice across. This. Now I have my first set. Just repeat this. 2, 3, and 4. Okay, there's my first roll, or my first group. So take this and we'll just feed it. Into the negative protector. Just like that. One thing I didn't check is to make sure that I'm actually cutting the right way. So on the top of the film, it'll show above every exposure, or approximately once every 60 millimeters or so, it'll say Fuji 400 on this particular roll, because that's what this roll is. I need to remember that so that I can make sure that I'm actually cutting these the right way. Do up. And cut. Push that. Back. Next. 2, 3, and 4. Now you might be asking, Brian, Breaker, why didn't you have the developer cut them for you? I don't know. Usually they do cut them for me, but this time they didn't. So I don't know what happened, but they didn't cut them for me this time. And depending upon how this goes, I may not ask them to cut them ever again. Two things you do need to keep in mind so that you're not scratching your film is making sure that your light surface is clean, and also making sure that that's clean. That's a rubber surface, and that was cleaned with a little bit of water. That should clean. Make sure that it's good and up there against the straight edge there. I'm gonna jump around on the music here real quick. I'll just go with some longer stuff. Let's see what Mr. McFerrin has. This is Finally by Max McFerrin. Something you also want to make sure to keep in mind when you're working on your negatives is make sure not to fold and crease them, because that will permanently damage your negative. Then just got the last roll of 4 here. A little speck of dust on there. Now this is my first time in Jesus, probably 25 years that I've actually had to cut 35mm film. Used to do this in high school, but that was a long time ago. Okay. Yeah, that's all of them done. Let's do this as well first. Assignment. Your History Museum. This is going to be 7, 9, 5, 4. And when was this? This was back in May. No way. The calendar. Just show me a. Hate you, Windows 11. Just show me a freaking calendar. Not now. Don't care. Yeah, May 17th, I believe this was. Smooth closed. Leave a double check. May 17. May 24. If you, well, most of you guys don't know me, but I'm a ardent follower of a YouTuber by the handle of Usagi Electric. He does a lot of vintage computer type stuff. So cool. And he was at the Computer History Museum, the Computer Museum, run by System Source, a local value-added reseller here in Cockeysville town, almost smack dab in between where I'm at right now and Baltimore. So he came out and he was doing things because he is working on a project to restore a Bendix G15 analog computer, I guess is the best way to put it. It really, well, it does have some circuitry, but it's not really a computer that you or I would recognize. Unless if you're super freaking old, you might recognize it. Or if you're a follower of his channel. But yeah, so the computer museum in Cockeysville has a second one, and he's got one as well. So he's been working on restoring his, so that he can also use his knowledge to restore the one at the computer museum, at the computer museum. Sorry, I keep catching myself saying computer history museum. The CHM is actually an excellent project in the San Francisco Bay Area that they do. They're a full-line museum. They've got a little bit of everything. Is actually worth a travel if you're ever in the area. you might see that this page is kind of curling up on itself. Something that I do kind of want to fix. So GoPro will have to help for now. Also, hey, new top-down camera. This GoPro used to be a top-down used to be a GoPro 8. I have since replaced it because I was noticing jittering on the replay of the stream. I've replaced it with a Facecam Mark II. So hopefully this should be a lot better. I don't think HDR mode's enabled on this. So drop a note in the comments if you like this or if you don't. Now, since I've only got like 2 or 3 of these left, I'm gonna leave this bottom one empty. We'll start on a second page. This is 17. Second page gets a -2. Seven. Now the second roll that I shot, I don't think I used all 36 exposures. So we may only need 1 page. All 36 exposures, I should say. That's the last of it. Cool. And then I'm gonna drop you just because. Cool. There we go. That is that. So that is one set of pages, one roll complete. Let's get started on the second one. Bounce it around a little bit. First exposure, cut off. Since this was giving me grief earlier, I'm going to go ahead and just page these guys up. Get these guys all inserted. as we're cranking them out. Get moved into the new place, I will remember to buy a white tabletop to help with better visualization here on the table. I recognize having a black table may not be the easiest to read on the screen. Two, four. Too many left. Can't remember if they exposed the entire roll. No, they definitely developed the entire roll. I remember that much. I don't remember if I actually took all 36 or not. I don't think I did. I think I only took like 27. Oh, yep. Took 27. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3. Cool. Two, 3, 4. I should have let these rolls out for a while before attempting to cut and page them up. Sorry. You're getting on just a little bit wily. As you can see there. Yikes. Okay. We'll deal with that in a second. Okay. We got 3 more. Oh. 1, 2, and 3. Let's do this. Throw that over there. We're done with you. So that is the last of that roll. Go over here, one more. I'm just gonna free cut this one. This one. Just to add in. Okay. Short go. This is also get on this computer. This was 7, 9. $79.55. Cool. From here, I have a new photo album. It was used. So this is a special type of plastic that is not PVC. So this will not degrade film stock when it's kept in here. So this will keep my pages nice and healthy while they're inside this archive. Yep. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, let's try. You. Same for y'all. While we, excuse me for a second. Yeah, give me a second. I have more film to put in here. So, not only did I take pictures at a computer history museum, but I also took photos at the Udvar-Hazy National Air. No, this is not Udvar-Hazy. This is just the National Air and Space Museum in Washington, D.C. So, hoping. Huzzah! Also has my Huntsville photos. So, I've got these guys, and I've got these guys. I need to figure out where I put the CDs for the other ones. So, these you will notice, these are nice and flat. These have a slightly different hue to them. These are Ilford XP2 Super. These are a black and white film. National Space Museum. So, fortunately, because I'm stupid, my Huntsville photos are actually below the Air and Space Museum photos. Huntsville photos were taken before. You'll also notice that some of these are 4x5 because this was a bunch of 24 exposure rolls, if I remember correctly. So 3A, 3B. Okay. know the song. Okay, 3B. And 1A. 1B. So there we go. That's those in place. Let me see here. Where's that seat at? Is that you? Yes, it is. Excuse the. Nope, that's not you. Whoop. Back here. We're going to close you up for the moment. Oh, here we are. Computer History Museum. So, eventually, yeah, I do need to get like CD pages to put these guys in, but let's see if I can get this to show some of these photos. So see what I was talking about. Don't think I can pull up the Huntsville ones, the Huntsville or the Air and Space Museum ones at the moment. Actually, no, I can't because they're all stored on this drive. Because this is a random stream. So I can do here. Let's see what we can do. Duplicate this to app. Whoa. Okay, hang on a bit. We're gonna try something. As you add window capture photos. Okay. Huh. That's not good. Why doesn't it let me? See what's in here. That's no good. Microsoft, you suck. So let's try this again. Let's try. I don't like you right now, Microsoft. Let's do this then. Yeah, I don't know why it doesn't want to show any of this stuff up here. Must be something DirectDraw or something that's keeping it from not liking it. But yeah, you can see there's a... Let's go over here. Oh wow, you're on top of everything. Let's do this. Yeah, now we're talking. So yeah, there's an Apple One with an Apple II. This is a jail version of an Apple II. This is a Radio Shack Tandy portable computer model 102, I believe. No, this is a model 100. The 102 is the one next to it. This is a missile or ordnance guidance computer. The world's first word processor. Haha, in joke, it's a pencil. There's an HP 95LX. I've really coveted one of those, wanted one of those as a kid. Here's some magnetic core memory. Another display. Here's the Bendix G15. Some more Radio Shack portable type computers. Here's a display board with random electronics to test out on, and then this guy, David. We got a Univac 480. These were used, I think these were, a number of them were used in NASA and whatnot for their global computer network and communications network that they had during the space flight, during the space flights of the 60s. Blinking lights. Then David showing some more stuff at the G15. More. Let's see here. This is the innards of that guidance computer that I showed you earlier, as well as this. Let's see here. I forget what system this one was. That's IBM's first truly laptop computer, the L55SX. More of David talking at the G15. Him showing the circuit boards that made up the backside of the G15. David meeting somebody. Here's a close-up of the front panel of the G15. The minefield of cards. The mechanical bits of this computer in these shots, and then field of electronic cards made up this particular machine. Oh geez, without actually going into the photo, there were 5 by 9, so 9 cards tall by 5 cards here on the sides, and then there were a number of additional different sets of cards inside the middle. And it was like this on both sides, so the machine would it would open up like this from the back and kind of butterfly itself. Icons. The Emmy, well, not the Emmy, but a copy of the Emmy, of the technological Emmy that the Apollo program was given for their broadcast of the lunar landing. People looking at some of the older Macs. This guy Corey was hilarious. He's a great guy to listen to. Lots of things, and he was trying to restore the Apple One that was there at the store, and come to find out a previous restoration had gone bad and used an incorrect product, and he's sitting there showing around everybody, look, This is the capacitor that's keeping everything from working. It ends up the original capacitor that was on the project to begin with still worked. The new capacitor that someone put on there is utter garbage. So here we have a copy of an Enigma machine. This is the missile and kind of the sciences side of the building. We have some test laser discs. This is a Hawk drive. I think this is a Hawk. I know it's not a Finch. Finch is smaller. Or maybe this is a Finch. I don't know. Someone in the comments will correct me. This is a drive actuation mechanism for it. This is David talking with a couple of other people there. This is a MITS Altair 8800. Here we have I believe this is a teletype of some sort. I can't remember which one it was. And again, more blinking lights. This is another photo of a different bit of magnetic core memory. I believe this is from an Apollo test article. Here's the whole field of Macs and Apple hardware that they have. This is the next that they have there on display. Here's a lonely. I believe this is a C64. I don't remember what was next to it. There's the Univac 480 again. Blinking lights. For David, another teletype. I think this is a teletype 21. Bunnymen, if you remember the Intel commercials from the late 90s when they were talking about Intel processors and such, they focused heavily on the bunny suit people and the glorious parties that they had in the fabs, which are all lies. We have a tabulating machine here. Another view of more machines. This is the MITS Altair 8800 from earlier. I think this is a second one. Can't remember off the top of my head. And David and him again. Unfortunately, when you pixel peep on this photo, I'm focused on the guy in the back, not on David, not on him. So this is horrible. Anywho, yeah. That's all I kind of got for this one. We're 45 minutes in, so I'm gonna drop it. Y'all have a good one. Catch you next time.